All right, this is a tough one because as we talk about gaining confidence, there's some things that actually we do that actually loses our confidence and makes people disrespect us instead of respect us more. So I've got a video of Alec Baldwin and his wife on the red carpet. It's so heartbreaking, but I want you to break down all the signs of what both Alec actually and his wife did wrong that just showed total disrespect, and now we don't respect them at all. Play the clip.
You guys are hosting tonight. Why was it important for you guys to come out and celebrate this grand opening?
I mean, it's such an iconic New York place, and I mean, to come up here,
the last one to open, how were you? How old were you? 6? You were 6 years old when the first Planet Hollywood.
Okay, so pause. So, starts off with solid vibes, and we can watch it back slow. He interrupts her while she's talking, and she has a moment of not really happy with that, but then she's, okay, we're having a conversation, that's okay.
So he says, what were you back then, 6 years old? Now, what's strange is that I think that depending on the person, you can perceive that as a compliment or an insult.
Well seen.
Because to be honest, if someone's calling me young, I'd be like, yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was 3. You know, like it's like almost like a compliment saying you were just a baby back then. But someone insecure would be like, what are you trying to say?
This is the Julia Roberts point. This is exactly it. There are so many ambiguous, like, is that playful, well-intentioned joke that compliments me, or is this a dig that I'm not old enough to say? The lens through which we view this is very flexible. She takes offense to this, but to your point, if you can meet passive aggression and purposely misinterpret it, it doesn't mean, by the way, you don't purposely misinterpret passive aggressiveness when it keeps coming your way from the same person over and over. But if you do it the first time, you'll find that, oh my gosh, what I thought was an attack, like half the time was just somebody had a poor choice of words and we smooth out. That's not what happens here. We get a sort of firing back thing.
All right, let's play.
I was
here for the opening of the first Planet Hollywood. Yeah, yes. Well, back.
All right, hang on. So he just said, I was here for the first Planet, and she was like, oh, you were? And then she did a grimace. Almost like, oh God, how old are you?
Yeah.
It's her husband.
Well, they're insulting each other.
They
You can
are.
tell that the sense that I have is he insults her for being naive and young, and she insults him for being like, and I don't know who started it or what, but there is this unkindness and judgment of the difference that they have there, and it is the other one is viewed, at least in this particular exchange, as bad. And I say probably larger than this because this would be a strange thing to just spark on the red carpet out of nowhere.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how much built up to this. Like what happened in the morning? How annoyed were they? Did they argue the night before? And so getting to this red carpet, there's already that friction, and now it just starts to leak out. All right, let's press play.
They were very, very famous restaurant music clubs, played a lot of music, but now they went down, they closed, and they're reopening. And Robert Earl, who was the original founder,
Actually, go back just a few beats.
Yeah.
Did she go to say something and then he kept talking?
Yeah, you can go back. So I think we've all been there where there's somebody in the room, a camera, a something, and we want it to go a certain way. And we have our friend or our husband or our wife or our partner, somebody that we're connected with, and like it's a networking event and we're trying to get the job, and they're talking and they're not steering it the way that we want to go. That's what's happening here. She wants it to be perceived in a certain way and is not happy with what she feels like how the group project is going. Alec Baldwin is like a multi-decade movie star who is used to pontificating and saying whatever he wants. And she's trying to make this work in a way that she thinks it needs to go. And so he's just told a fairly uninteresting, rambling story. Which is fine, because the reporter will sit there forever and do it, and this would have been a nothing interview otherwise.
Yeah, it's so true.
But she's trying to say something. So she's getting upset as she feels like he's messing up the group project.
Yeah. But in all fairness, she doesn't cut him off. She goes to say something, he keeps rambling, and she stops. So I actually think that's nice.
Totally, and we've all felt this is like where you're stuck in these moments. Like, I can't shut this person up. I just need to like throw some daggers at them to get them to stop.
Yeah,
so,
and here come the daggers. Let's play.
But now they went down, they closed, and they're reopening. And Robert Earl, who was the original founder, the original guy that started it, is back here starting it again. So good for him.
And that's the History Channel.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
It is an
Okay,
iconic
so
brand, like,
pause
Pause
there.
it, yeah.
So what you have there is like, so the resentment has been building from that first moment, probably from the morning. She didn't say, she didn't say, she didn't say, and then it leaks. And she tries to play it off with a smile and a joke, like, but that is the first one that I can see is clearly ill-natured. And I don't mean that she's bad, I mean that like, she's saying, don't ever do that again type of energy. Like she's frustrated, angry, and now there's a real disconnect between the energy that she's putting out and the smile that she's pasting on her face. Yeah.
Yeah, because she says it with a smile, but it's such a dig, and you feel the dig. Now, rewind a couple of frames.
Yeah, rewind, because even watch how she puts the smile back on her face afterwards.
And that's the History Channel.
And then
Didn't
the
go the way that I wanted.
smile.
Yeah.
What's interesting also is she stared at the camera to say that like joke,
Yeah.
almost kind of trying to bring in more people into her joke. It's almost like kind of ganging up on him.
And if I had to see it through the lens of a more generous, empathetic lens, she's really concerned that the audience, as the camera, is not enjoying that story. And so she's like, in the same way that people who are self-critical will rush to insult themselves before you can do it, she's like rushing to show the audience that she agrees with them. That was really boring, you know? But there's an attempt at making it go better that is in there, but it's coming out in a totally sideways way. So
I have a rule with my husband. So we've been together now for almost 25 years. And you always want your partner to win. Always want them to look good. Always want them to be their best. And so bringing them down, making snide comments, making digs, even in this scenario where I applaud your compassion and empathy, I just don't have that in this moment, because I'm like, that's a bitchy fucking move, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you do not bring your man down. Even if he's being an asshole to you, deal with it on the side. Say, hey, that, like, put up a boundary. You don't get to talk to me like that. You don't get to interrupt me. Don't put me down. That should all be true. But also, she should never sink low. So even if he's already, let's say off camera, made snide comments, passive aggressive, now she's just seen her opportunity to get him back because she's on camera, don't fucking take the bait. And so for me, all I can say is with my husband, you don't ever do something to make your man look bad.
Yeah.
Like, you lift them up, you applaud them, you be their biggest freaking cheerleader, but you never do that shit.
yeah, what I share in that, and I appreciate you.
Sorry, I got very passionate about
please,
that.
I love this. What I've seen in myself is that when I view my bad behaviors only through the lens of their unacceptability, I beat myself up, and then I actually don't change as effectively. And when I can see the positive intent that is genuinely there, is like what I see in her when I go to this is like, I'm just trying to make this go good, and I feel like you're fucking it up. I'm trying to, and I don't know what to do. And when you could see it through the lens, oh, she's exasperated, fearful. There's a book called No Bad Parts. Are you familiar with it?
No.
It's a psychological school called IFS, Internal Family Systems. And the idea is we have all these voices in ourselves, all these instincts in ourselves. And there's a tendency to be like, oh, that instinct to cut my husband off, that's a bad instinct. I need my good instinct to get on top of that one and control it. But what this guy, Dick Schwartz, has found, and I have found in practicing this, is if you can get inside from the perspective of the bad behavior, you'll see that it's trying to do something good, it's just really confused. And it's this broader spiritual truth of like, all evil is ignorance, right? Everything bad that we will do or anyone else will ever do comes from a deep disconnection. I firmly believe that if she had internal access to a better way of getting her need met, she would pursue it. She just doesn't have it. And that's where it comes out. And here's me in agreement with you. This is an inappropriate way for it to come out. We do need boundaries. We need to address the behavior. We don't just allow this to go forever and ever and ever. You can't, you're not going to do this the next time. How are we going to address this? But I do think that the empathy is the most helpful way to shift that behavior, in addition to a boundary and a, hey, this isn't acceptable.
Yeah. I'm really toying with that. I don't know. You haven't won me over yet.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I hear what your strategy is doing. I often will be very righteous in my values and morals. And so this just actually triggers something inside me. And I think that's why it really bothered me, because me and my husband, we have very clear values and order of priorities. And it is like, you are there for your man and he is there for me. And look, I do a lot of interviews on the toxic male, on the predator. But also, I am a woman who only wants couples to have beautiful relationships. And so I don't want to ignore the toxicity on the female side. And what she just did there, to me, in my relationship, in the values that I have, is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be moments where you feel vindicated.
Yeah.
There's always going to be moments where you feel like someone's done you wrong. And so you're going to feel vindicated in those moments. And I would love for women that are listening right now to find the vindication in having the confidence to not clap back.
What I find is if I can't see the goodness in someone, it's because the aspect of them that they're representing, I haven't accepted inside of myself. But what I can see now is she's grasping for control so desperately. She's so afraid that this isn't going to go well. She wants this launch to go well. She's not Alec Baldwin. She didn't have a 40-year career. She is trying to make a name for herself and become someone, and he is messing it up, and she's losing it right now. And so, like, I have compassion for, like, please see me, like me, love me, approve of me, clap for me. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see that, but let's keep playing because I would love to.
Well, it's going to continue to come out sideways. To be clear, like that's a
like, you're
that's
gonna
a
see
like
she's a bitch.
yeah surface. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you.
But to be honest, like keep pushing back on this because there's obviously something very deep that I'm missing right now because the surface shows that she's just being mean to him. But actually, I would love for you to keep pointing that out.
And that's the History Channel.
Oh, I'm dead. But it is an iconic brand, like you mentioned it. What do you guys have in store for us today?
We'll see. I think we're just gonna have fun. And
Where?
Here.
Here?
Here. We're gonna have fun and
Apparently
hang out.
we're
I
gonna
mean,
eat
do you
dessert.
see how big this? Like, it's incredible how many people have shown up, and it just shows you.
Okay, so
I mean,
he's spaced
what an
out now.
iconic-
So you see his eyes. He felt that one. That one hit him, and now he's going to start to like wander.
And what do you think that? So let's actually take this dynamic. So he's made a bit of a dig. You see it escalating. She now claps back quite harshly, straight to the camera, looks the camera dead in the eye. He feels super uncomfortable, so now he's disengaging.
So there's a wonderful concept called the shame hot potato, which I learned from a guy named Joe Hudson of Art of Accomplishment. Love his stuff. What happens is when we feel a sense of shame, we try to get it off of us. And we try to get it off of us by putting it on to someone else. So
Hot potato.
Yeah, hot potato is like, so
yeah.
you called me young, well, you're old. You know what I mean? Oh, like you called me old, like that was a dumb thing to say. That was a dumb, so they're gonna throw this, like right now he's feeling shame and she's feeling like I have the power. Eventually, he's going to put the shame back on her. Oh my God, you hurt me so much. That was so unkind, or whatever. But shame has entered the conversation, and now we're just in a fight over who it belongs to. Are you too young, or am I too old? Are you too interrupty, or am I too talkative? You know, like which way, who is true? And it's just going to go back and forth as we try to make ourselves right and the other person wrong. And it's a brutal experience. It's very common.
And just sorry for context, for anyone that's listening, British people don't play hot potato, which is why when you said it, it was like went straight over my head, and then I realized. So anyone that doesn't know what hot potato is literally a game where you give imagine the hot potato is hot, right? And you just keep throwing it to each other so you don't hold on to it.
Yeah, you have the ball and you just
got it. Okay.
Gotta get rid of it.
Just for context. All right, thank you. All right, let's play.
You don't want it to be dull, and just if you showed the way our life really is, you get it after like an hour. It's like it's the same thing. We like routine. It's good for the kids to have a routine. I mean, she, as a mother, is very good at keeping them on a routine. But so you feel the
He feels, and you see her licking her lips.
I don't think you make it more silly than it is. I actually feel.
I feel. Get that on the show?
No. We just cut all that part out.
Cut me out.
Cut you out when you're trying to make it silly. We cut it. No.
And
Pause.
So they're telling the story of their marriage here is what they're essentially doing, and it's leaking through, which is we just cut you out. He looks at the camera like, you see what I see here? And so now this is triangulation. This can happen with children, this can happen with the friend, this can happen with the camera, which is we're getting in a fight over who the good one and who the bad one is. Which one of us is wrong? And so he started to, you see that? They just cut me out. You see how they cut me out? And so now he's trying to win the camera in his sort of pleading way, and she, you'll see her step in front of the camera, is trying to win the camera in a more direct, dominant way.
It really hurt my soul when she did that again. We're like, we'll just cut you out. Again, there's just a level of disrespect, and people will perceive you as being a horrible human. So kind of going to like why we're talking about this and the confidence part is these little things, you may feel powerful in the moment, right? Like I bet you she feels quite powerful being like, I got the cameras on me, I'm clapping back and everyone's seeing that I can hold my own. So I can understand as a woman where like I've got the confidence to never let someone disrespect me.
Yeah, there's this, if you think that confidence means winning every insult exchange, then you are going to be despised by people. And weirdly enough, some people carry that. They're like, oh, confidence is always winning when somebody is unkind to me, as opposed to like confidence is staying rooted in who I am in the face of unkindness or anything else that somebody does. But the I need to win this exchange impulse will backfire almost every time.
Like, I would have respected her way more if she just stood her ground, didn't like punch back at all, and just kept on like, I'm going to promote the show, I'm going to show that I love my husband, and then after the cameras are off, I'm going to talk to him about the moments where I felt disrespected.
Yeah. Right now, what they're effectively doing is subterraneanly, subconsciously, covertly critiquing one another while they're performing their press tour, which is just like, not now, this ain't the time.
Yeah. All right, let's press play.
Because we like routine.
It sadly just keeps getting worse.
Knows that like routine is king.
And you can even see just energetically the way that she's got her hand in his face, she is cutting him out.
It's essential. But, you know, I think that us trying to every day.
Word for essential in Spanish.
Esencial. Okay.
They let me down.
Yeah.
So pause here. When you're having a three-way conversation with someone, you tend to like, my shoulder will line up with your shoulder here, the other person, my shoulder will go there, and we get a triangle between us. You can see she's got her shoulder into his chest. She's standing in front of him. She is physically, energetically trying to crowd him out of the interview. She thinks he's screwing it up, and she has got her hand in his face. She's moving it in her own direction as best she can, and it's not working. So we have to find a different way through this rather than bringing a third party to decide who's wrong is. And it requires a level of trust and a level of offering of oneself to the relationship.
That's so true. Okay, let's press play.
Oh my God, you're distracting me right now.
Sorry.
Like now you're just doing that. Why? Why are you distracting me?
I'm just captivated by your beauty.
You're just distracting me. No, but
Yeah, pause, hang on.
Then we talk about that. If we come back to this, there's a game here, which is he's like, I'm playing like I don't know what's going on here. And she's, to her credit, but it's very confrontational, is like, no, I know what's going on here energetically, is we're fighting. I'm not going to pretend that we're not fighting. And he's like, oh no, I'm just doting and loving on you. It's like, no, we're fighting.
Yes. To be honest, I think you can also do it in a respectful manner, because as this video just keeps going, like it just keeps getting worse, and I lose more and more respect for the way that they handle it. Not for them as humans, but just the way that they handled it. I mean, look, again, I don't know them, I'm making all of this up, but I'm going to assume, because this video went so viral, I'm going to assume after this, in this moment where she's trying to embrace confidence, she's trying to exude confidence, right? She's trying to really show that she's got her own back, ends up probably spilling over when she's alone, like that kind of shame or embarrassment. And so when we're talking about confidence and building your confidence and then how you lose it, not only does she unfortunately lose it on camera, but then probably the knock-on effect of how much she lost confidence after this.
And it just creates this vicious cycle of people are saying that she's a bitch, and then she is aware mostly of the ways that he's upsetting her, and so she doubles down, and that's where we get this, like, now the world is whipping her, she's whipping her internally, and I think this is, the whip will not change her.
All right, let's press play.
stop! You're annoying me. Stop! It's not cute. No, he's distracting me. So.
Oh boy.
I like walk out of this interview.
I need the motherhood notes. You were doing an amazing job.
okay.
Oh God, that was just
more of what we're talking about. Yeah, it's now not at all undercover. He is literally turning away from the interaction. She's done what she wanted to do, but she didn't get it the way that she wanted. What she wanted was just her with the interviewer, and she's accomplished that goal in exactly the way that she didn't want to accomplish it, but it's the only way that she could navigate. Yeah.
All right, let's play.
Go back. Let me go back. It's all about routine. It's all about routine, and every day we strive to be boring, and then like unboring things happen to us. As they do with 7 children. I'm
going to pause one more time. Sorry to keep interrupting this.
No, please.
This is the speech she's been trying to give the whole time. She finally got to her line, which is, Alex, like, it's a boring thing. And she's trying to like, so our show is so interesting. We strive to be boring, but we can't help it. We're so fascinating. Our lives are so interesting. That's what she's been trying to deliver to this camera for the last few minutes. And she finally did it. And yeah, not going to be as satisfying.
And now he takes completely, like, he goes almost completely behind her.
Yeah.
All right, play.
I have a home. I have a home. And when I'm not home, I want to go home. Even when I'm away from them for a day, and you believe me when I say this, she loves when I go away.
Ugh.
Oh, pause again. This is just atrocious. Why do people do those those degrading jokes? Like, why did he say that?
He sensed her calling bullshit on what he was saying. So he's going, I am just a homebody. I love home so much, which may or may not be true of him. And he looks over to her and he sees she's not having it. And so he's saying, in his own way, you don't believe me, please tell me that you believe me. I'm gonna try to make a joke that forces you to say, because what she's supposed to say there is like, she loves when I go away, and she's supposed to say, no, I like, and this, you also don't wanna do this. I'm gonna try to say the thing that will force you to profess your love for me.
And the fact that her instinct was, she nodded, like, yeah, I like it when you go away.
Yeah. I'm tired of this crap. And it's more like, I don't want to play this poor you game, is what I see her nodding at.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Life is good, but I never had a home on this level, this way. So many people that I love. I'm always sad to leave home, and I'm always happy to come home. Always.
And you guys have a beautiful life, a beautiful home. All right, we want more.
She doesn't say beautiful relationship.
The Ilaria show.
No.
Yep, and
No,
that's his
first
see, boom.
We're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why.
Yeah, and then he goes right to the, see, he's like,
No.
see this woman?
I mean, I think this is a really.
Pause it for a second. Again, that's just so disrespectful to say to your partner. Like, when I'm talking,
You're not talking,
you're
yeah.
not talking. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. When someone's cutting you off, sometimes it can be annoying. There are other ways to handle it. Just don't address it here in front of people, and then just say after, hey, look, maybe you didn't mean it, but
Yeah.
when you interrupt me, and then say how you feel and why it's a problem.
The dynamic that I get from them is like mean mother, adorable, sweet little boy, like playing out with this, where he's complimentary and doting, and when I'm talking, you're not talking, is like, you say that to someone beneath you. You say, hey, would you mind giving me a minute? I'm speaking to them. That's something that is spoken to someone of lower status. I will tell you what to do. And the way that he takes it and then looks for outside help, that's the dynamic that I see. Is he's reduced to this little boy that is perceived as bumbling and rambling by her, and she is the clear, has to get it done mother. And I think that dynamic is not uncommon, where you have like a daddy-daughter or a mother-son relationship where one partner has to play the role of the bully, grounded, gets everything done, makes everything work on time, and the other one is like the sweet, adorable, running around, but also isn't contributing in that way. That dynamic is common in relationships, and it kills the connection, because you're not partners, you're soothing childhood wounds through the relationship.
Thank you for actually saying that, and let's just highlight this type of conversation and dynamic is so common. This just happens to have been caught on camera.
Yeah.
All right, let's play.
You're getting great reception already.
People have been very kind. It feels very cathartic to have everything be out there.
I want to ask you about your book with Carmen that's coming out. What can we expect? Give us a little taste.
So I'm very proud of Carmen. Carmen's always doing.
Now she feels a little guilty.
Yeah, pause. All right, so
I forgot the end of this, and this is exactly like, she got what she wanted, but it doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good because the way that she got there was not the way that she wanted to get there. Yeah. So if you're interested in the fastest way that I know of to make this stuff effortless, you might be interested in my course, Charisma University. You get full details at the link here, but basically, if you like the YouTube channel and charisma, confidence, building respect is a priority for you, I highly encourage you to click the link, check it out, learn more, and maybe join. Either way, I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.